feel's gone. It wasn't going to stop for much longer anyway. Alright folks, so today we're going to go and see what this Supra can do at the track. Alright, we've taken it to the drag strip, we've gotten it 12.9. Now we're going to take it in its virtually stock-ish form. Stock suspension, stock brakes, stock boost but single turbo conversion, and give it a rundown around Queensland Raceway and see, just give it a baseline so that we know where we started when we got the car. The vehicle's sitting as it was when it was purchased, so it hasn't even had a wheel alignment. The only thing we've done to it is preventative maintenance, stuff like oil change, brake fluid. We actually did try our best last night to put some aftermarket rims and tyres on this car. We wanted to run some semi-slicks so that we could take an extra variable out of the equation, because it's kind of boring going around the track on standard street tyres. But unfortunately for us, the R32 GTR wheels have a very low offset, and the 265 tyres sat outside the guards. It was a Mexi flush style thing, so that's not going to happen. So unfortunately we're just going to be running out, I think the 255s on the back and 245s on the front, a Sumitomo or some other random brand like that. We'll see how it goes, but that'll mean basically for our future tests we're going to probably have to throw these back on to be able to get a fair comparison. Alright folks, see you at the track. So we're at the track now. Let's see how we go on stock tyres, stock suspension and stock boost. So I've never really driven this circuit before, like not in this layout, or once before, so we'll see how we go. Alright, let's get into it. Whenever we go to the track we use this unit called a Q-Stars lap timer. This has an external GPS antenna that I've placed somewhere outside the car, and it runs a 10 Hz GPS logging system, so we can see what our best laps were and where we need to improve as well. So you can see our lap times there as we went through. It's a little bit difficult to make out, I don't want to focus on it. But yeah, so when we get on a computer we can overlay this onto a screen, onto our video, and we can also plug it into a computer and work out where we're having trouble, where we need to improve, and what our predicted lap time could be if we got it all perfect. So that's a Q-Stars lap timer. We sell them as well on the website. Alright, so first session out, didn't have time to check the tyre pressure, so a little bit high. I think about 40, 42 or something. But yeah, so first lap's out. It's the first time, probably the second time I've done this track layout. It's called the National Circuit. It's what they run at the V8 supercars. It's the longer track, so not well suited to a car that probably hasn't had its brakes checked in a while. So we lost our brakes about 2/3 of the way through there. They're a fairly heavy car. Handling was actually surprisingly good. It was fairly well balanced. It wasn't understeering or oversteering. Got a little bit twitchy in the tail when I got on the power, but that's to be expected. Brakes is probably the biggest letdown, and also the fact that I'm not that experienced with this particular track layout. So, and high speeds along those back straights, there's not a lot of runoff. And we're also hitting the speed cut, so that's 180 km an hour. So that will leave a fair bit of room for improvement for us. So let's see if we can improve our lap times on this next session. Yeah, we'll see how we go. so second session out. This time the brakes felt like they weren't going to work at all on the second session. First lap out, then they came good, but then the brakes started shaking a lot. So looks like we're going to need to do a fair bit in regards to making it so that it can consistently stop time after time, which is going to always be an issue with a heavy car like this. Aside from that, lap time's slightly slower than the last one, but again, that comes down to my driving style, and I'm very cautious. A lot of people have come off this track, and like I said, there's not a lot of runoff, especially in the national circuit. So coming to the end of the long straights, no runoff, and yeah, I tend to like to go home in one piece and take the car home in one piece. So I'm being overly cautious and backing off way before the corner, just in case the brakes, just to leave a little bit of room in case the brakes don't do what they're supposed to do. So if I feel a little bit more confident in the brakes on the next session out, I reckon I can push for a little bit better times. All right, see how we go. It legit has no brakes. It's metal on metal, so we're going to get a tow truck and take it back to the shop. Yeah, may as well start getting some work done on it because it's now not driving home. I need to take it back to the shop. All right, see yous. All right, you can see there's literally no pad left there. So just as well, it stopped at all on those last runs. Whether it was the fluid or what, it wasn't going to stop for much longer anyway. Not how I envisaged leaving the track, but normally I drive to the track and drive home, but unfortunately because of the brakes we've had to chuck it on the truck, and now it'll be going back to our shop, and I guess we start the modifications early. Alright, well, we've popped into Trimmers at the moment. This is here at the moment because it's not far from our shop, and we also needed to get the brakes done after you saw that we completely totaled them at the time attack day. Have a quick look at these while
so this is what came out from the piston.
And the pads, this backing plate's warped, isn't it?
Yeah. What? That's what I say. It's so bad. Yeah.
So is it that it delaminated, or was I driving with no pads for a while?
Oh, you were driving with no pads for a while.
The thing is, it made no noise.
It's because they were so hot that they were
just molten.
Yeah, basically. It's all charred. Red, all
so
that
where's the
That's
seal?
The actual seal.
The seal's gone. So did it leak out, the seal?
No, so that's just a dust seal. That.
Okay.
Like you can see how that's all rubbery.
Uh-huh.
And that's just crispy.
And there was no way of just getting these back in and running until they get a rebuild, hey?
You've got to pull the pistons. Well, you just without the dust shield on it. It's just any brake dust is going to go into that piston and it's score it
anyway. Okay. All right. Well, as you saw, we've done quite a number on our Supra big brake kit. They are well and truly rooted from our time attack thing. We don't have any brakes anymore, so as you might see in the background, we're going to be starting to steal some stuff off Scotty's Pride and Joy Supra. Which, Scotty, how long is it going to be till it's back on the road?
Oh, it's debatable.
Yeah?
Who knows?
Well, how long has it been since it ran?
6 years maybe.
All right, let's get to pulling these brakes out. Alright, so we've managed to fit Scotty's brakes on there. Well, the folks at 999 have stuck them on there for us. They're pretty old calipers and old pads, so we're going to have to take it easy on our drive. But now we're off to go get suspension put in at MCA. So we will catch you there.